and I to use them must be purified. They must be released from all negative radiation. They must be released from all patterns of thought. They must be released from all stresses applied by the act of mining or getting them. We, in our laboratory, take a crystal like this and end up with a form that you see here. A four-sided healing crystal. We do this with diamond saws and diamond laps, and above all, with love. We sing as we cut these crystals. We give music to the crystal as we're finishing and cutting it. Because we want to turn this from something like this into an instrument of service and use for mankind. To clear a crystal from the patterns of thought, the emotions, the tension, the stresses that have been imposed on it, including and above all the stress of the tearing away from its root here or the blow of a hammer, can be done in a remarkably simple way. The healing force is love. Because the definition in my mind of love is that force which coheres matter. It brings the matter together in a way that it was designed to be. It heals. So a crystal, when it is first to be used, must be healed. And so the act of healing is to hold a crystal like this between this finger or this finger. You'll see me mentioning either one of them. And when you hold it this way, be careful on some of these, the tips are very, very sharp. So I would recommend that you start by holding it this way. So with a pair of faces, you hold it here, and you take then the other tips, hold it here, draw your breath in, create an image of well-being and love, and just pulse your breath. That's all there is to it. Go to the next pair of faces, pulse your breath. The crystal now is clear. The stresses, the tensions, from the moment of its birth, all of the struggles that it has gone through has now been released. It is healed, ready for you to work with and to use. You can check this out as I have. I don't have my laboratory here. Probably the next time I come, we will have further instrumentation, the Omega and other equipment, where you can see the tremendous change that takes place in this crystal. The moment you put the thought of love and well-being into it. You've emptied the crystal of a charge by creating two oscillating fields, one going in this direction, the other going in this direction. Now the moment you empty the crystal of the charge, the next step you want to do is to fill it. So you fill by holding it in your hand the way I have now. Forefinger here, thumb and the middle finger here. Hold, see how I have it? Draw my breath in. Tune to the crystal. As I fill my my breath. I keep filling and filling and filling. I'm still drawing my breath in as I'm talking to you. Fill this whole upper cavity. You want to fill, not the stomach. It's a 4-step level to breath, and we'll cover that tomorrow. Start here on the diaphragm. You start filling here until you fill these outer cavities, and this is where the power comes, right here, here and here. Once that is in, watch. See, notice I went up, my body went up and it went down. I impacted a power, a force. I just did it. It was not. It was a whole vital transfer of charge. You follow? Once the crystal is filled, it's yours now. Now it becomes personal. Now it is you. And truly you. Your signature, your life signature is in this crystal. It is a dynamic, living activity or representation of the activities going on in and around your subtle body. It is more than that. You can study yourself at all levels of consciousness through this crystal now. The impact, the statements I am making to you are enormous. I cannot finish in my lifetime the doors that I see opening from a systematic study of these words I'm giving now to you. I cannot, and I will not open too many doors for myself. I want to do a few well and lay a solid ground and then pass it on to the next generation. We have needed an instrument to steady ourselves. Man, in his human body, is continually, dynamically changing. You're changing. Every movement of your mouth creates a change in there. So how can I study it? I would have to develop a dynamic instrument to study you. You follow me? And now if I want to study now your brain wave activity, I put electrodes on with electrode paste, take it to an electrode encephalograph, look at the alpha, the beta, the theta wave or delta wave activities. But I'm only getting this point. You follow me? Mm-hmm. This electrode and this electrode through this electrode material into this equipment. I'm not getting the whole picture. I want to study the auric activity of my body. So I take a galvanic skin response machine called GSR. It measures the change in electrical resistance in the tissue here. But I'm measuring this, and that's all. See, the real problem, it is so completely, severely limited. I want to measure the activity of the heart. So I use what we call a blood plethysmograph. So I take a finger here and I wrap it up and I have a little light emitting diode and I measure the activity of my heart here. But it's not here. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? But with this crystal, done with exactly what